Yes, everyone. Hello. Good evening. Welcome back to the Kings of the Bridge. I know we didn't have an episode for a couple of days. I had some technical issues, but I am back. But I hope you're all well. I hope you are all well. It's been a bit too long, unfortunately, since the mighty Chelsea have been on. So, yes, we are getting closer and closer to Saturday, which will have us playing against Burnley. But I hope you're well, Ange. I hope you're well. Yes, if you can, guys, smash the likes if possible. It massively helps the channel. The algorithms on YouTube are very, very slow at the moment. Don't know what's going on there. Hopefully notifications are going out to everyone. We are trying to monetize everything, so it means that everyone can see what we're doing, but we'll see. The algorithms are always our biggest enemy, but we will get there. But we can only get there if you guys can smash the like. So it's a big help if you can. It's a huge support. And ultimately, it helps us all grow as a big community on Discord as well. And we are looking to do more on Discord as well. We want to do a lot more kind of voice channels. We want to get you guys more involved. So feel free to go on those voice channels and kind of orchestrate it yourself as well. You don't need the likes of myself, Ange or Jem, or any of the big hitters in here to be on those voice channels. Use the voice channels. That's what they're there for. And it's good to kind of have good debates and everything. But yes, it has been a while, Ange. I hope you're well. I hope your job is going well and everything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Chelsea. I hope you're well, my friend. But look, no notifications from you, Ange. So yeah, this is the thing. You should, if you've smashed the notification icon, it should tell you that we are live. And hopefully we're doing it earlier. That will hopefully be the case. But we had a lovely result last night with Arsenal as well. We're going to have a little bit of fun watching some reactions from the Arsenal fans. But look, they are starting to bottle it. That's 2 games in a row now they've drawn, especially against Wolves. And even when they're at home, they only won by 2 own goals. So I think cracks are starting to appear. I think cracks are certainly starting to appear. And I think AFC Matt is going to come on at some point, I think, to kind of have his little rant so we can get our popcorn out and enjoy that as well. I hope you're well. I hope you're well. I might jump into Discord live chat tonight if anyone is around. Yeah, look, it'll be good. We're trying to get things going again because obviously there's been a lot of being on here. I know there's been a lot with spaces and then the kind of voice channels have been neglected. I'd love it if we can kind of get those things going because it's quite nice. It means that people are involved. So yeah, let's get that going again, guys, because I think it'll be fun to, if you're not, you want to kind of contribute or talk at all, but you just feel, maybe too many people on the spaces, you feel that you want to be in a bit more of a minute audience. The voice channels are great. There's, sometimes up to about 15 people in there, and it's good to just have your debates and have your opinions on things. But anyways, so in today's episode, what we're going to do as well, and it's something I wouldn't mind getting you guys to send through, like it has on the ticker bit at the bottom here. I want everyone to create their best possible lineups from the Clear Lake era. So that could be anyone that we have been linked with, that we've actually maybe lost a bid on as well. Any players that we currently have, even players that have even left the club. Go on FOTMob, or if you can't have access to FOTMob, just message me on Twitter. So the way you do that is if you follow me, you'll be able to then message me on there. At the bottom, you'll see my tag on the ticker. So it's at CFC_Matt17. If you follow me on there, drop me a message, and then I will get up your team and we'll all have a little look at what we think of the best Clear Lake team. And also what I want to do is potentially, and I know it's been done maybe once or twice, is an all-time Chelsea 11 as well. We want to do an all-time Chelsea 11 today, just to fill in this time before we get back to the very, very busy period of next week. So, yes. Dreamer, I hope you're well. I hope you're doing well, my friend. Don't just have to be about Chelsea, general chat. Exactly, Ange. It doesn't have to be anything. Look, I'm always here, and I know Ange's as well, that times are tough at the moment for everyone, whether it's financial, whatever job you're in, or relationships, or just any personal life. I'm always here. My inbox is always open to any of you guys, your family to me, and I want to ensure that everyone feels supported if they don't have a support blanket at home. I'm here. I'm sure Ange will be. I'm sure anyone who was in here. We're all a big family together. So if you ever felt a time you need to just have a chat about anything and you want a bit of escapism, those voice channels are there as well. And my private chat's always open for anyone who want to obviously have a chat. And then lastly, what I wanted to go into as well is on the 1st of March. So I think that is on the Arsenal game, the 1st of March, which is a Sunday, we are doing the giveaway. So the way to be involved in the giveaway is you have to be a subscriber and a member to the YouTube Kings of the Bridge. So if you become a subscriber and a member of the Kings of the Bridge, you will be in it for a chance to win a retro Chelsea shirt. And if I get that up quickly now, where are we? Let's have a look. Retro. I can't remember which link it was from. Big Dog Toby, who sent it through to me. But you'll be in a chance to win quite a cool variants of it was a couple of different ones actually. Here we go. Let me share my screen and you will see this is what you were potentially going to be in for. Yes, Ange, we've got a giveaway. So if you're in, knowing Ange, she might actually win it. She's got a knack for winning every single prize, it seems. But what you'll have a chance in for winning, and it seems like they're adding more and more as we go along. So obviously they keep going away. So we got to get this done on Sunday. But there's some really nice shirts here. Look, so you got a Lampard one here for 150 quid. That looks amazing. So that looks really good. So you'll have a budget of 150 quid. It seems like they change each week. This was a great shirt. I always remember the shirt with Eden Hazard. But you'll have a chance of a budget of 150 quid to get one of these shirts. And unfortunately, I would love to be able to give this one to you, which is 250 quid. But there's some really nice ones here. You know, you got a Drogba home shirt for 125. And you could do whatever. You can wear it. You can frame it. Hopefully, eventually, you can get it signed or something like that. But it's just a thank you from me personally to say thank you to you for all the support so far. And yeah, hopefully, if you can, like I said, become a member and subscribe to Kings of the Bridge. Once you've done that, we're going to do a draw either before the match against Arsenal or after the match. I would say doing it before because you don't know what might happen after that Arsenal match. And I want you guys to at least be happy before something happens in that. But yes, Daniel, I hope you're well. What are your takes on Tuesday's controversy? Right, this is how my head's been in the sand a bit here. The controversy, I assume, what is that controversy, if I may ask, Dreamer? And then I'll give you my opinion on it. Is it to do with the players, the Wolves fans, the mascots? Is it that? Maybe that, I'm not sure. What's the controversy, if you don't mind me asking? Sparky, Matt and Ange, two of the most genuinely decent human beings I've been lucky enough to have connect with through joint Chelsea. Yeah, that's lovely. Thank you very much. It's really nice of you to say it. No, Ange is an incredible human being. If you've not ever connected with her, please do, because she is an incredible woman who not only helps in terms of support for the Chelsea fan base and Chelsea kind of media as a whole, but as a person and as a human being, she's incredible. Really is. Oh, my bad, guys. Yes, the Vinny incident. Look, I won't go too much into it, but I think if you're covering your mouth, firstly, that's never a good look in the first place. Like, I get the one where they cover like this because it's obviously they're talking about, I don't know, potential tactics, stuff like that. But the malice to potentially cover your mouth with your shirt and say what you said, I don't think that's a great look. And really, I think it's very shameful. And I love Jose Mourinho. I love everything he's done for Chelsea. But I do believe, in my personal opinion, his remarks after the game, I was not happy with at all. Focus on football, and that's it. Don't start saying that, he antagonizes or whatever. It doesn't make a good look. But that's my opinion on it. I believe that he probably did say, the Benfica player did say something. I think the fact that your actions show covering your mouth with the shirt, I don't think that's a great look. So yeah, that's what I'll leave at that. And I think it's disgusting and shameful that this still happens, and it should never happen in any scenario at any point in history. But I feel that it's still at not only professional level, but grassroots level, anywhere. I think it's absolutely disgraceful. And I hope that that player's career will be in tatters because of this, because it's absolutely disgraceful to even do that sort of thing. So that's my piece on it. I'm going to leave it there. Like I said, I believe he has done, he did what I believe Vinny said he did. I just was a bit disappointed in Jose's remarks afterwards, in my opinion. I think, be a bit more political in your answer. Don't come out with something like that, because that's only going to stir the pot a bit more. But that's my views on that. And another thing I wouldn't mind kind of talking about is, I don't know what your guys' thoughts are on the whole mascot incident as well. I think there's been a lot of noise about it. And don't get me wrong, I believe footballers in general really should be doing a lot more for kids anyways, not necessarily adults. Maybe teenagers maximum. I get the whole shirt signing thing, because I think a lot of people do that as more of a business, and there's not really much actually about getting a signature for a kid. It's all about just getting business. So I get it from that side. But I think there's two sides of this. Firstly, don't put the kids being at such an angle, firstly, so that they don't see them. That's one thing. To me, that's something which is a little bit like, if you want the kids to be seen, put them right in a correct way. Put them in a level that they can walk past and see them easily. You've got to remember, they're going into a pre-match game. They're focused as well. They're going to be looking straight ahead. They got music in or whatever. If they're behind a corner, unless, I don't know, they've got like those PR people on the day saying, look, there's going to be kids around the corner. They would have done it. And obviously there was another shot afterwards where you saw them going in a tunnel and they were saying hello. I think you're damned if you do, if you're damned if you don't in that situation. I think it's regardless of what you believe. I think, again, typically it's just a bit of like, I think like GT is saying, it's a bit of a nothing situation. It happens probably all the time. But look, that doesn't mean really, in the grand scheme of things, I do believe footballers should be doing a lot more for kids anyways. I think they pretty much do the bare minimum if they can. But I know there's probably a lot of good causes where these footballers take a lot of their time out to go and visit certain schools and things like that. So they will always, be happy to do it. But I think that's it on it, really. I mean, what do you guys think on that whole mascot situation? So Cal's saying the mascot thing was blown way out of proportion. Totally agree. The mascots weren't even in line of sight, got blown away out of proportion because people... Yeah, and this is another thing, Mike. We haven't had much football going on this week, and I think it's just a very easy thing to go. And this isn't just a Chelsea thing, by the way. I think it's just in general with all football clubs. If there's a chance to blim and moan, people just love to go at it. And don't get me wrong, if there's the name Chelsea involved as well, they will love to do it. So it's, it is what it is. But yeah, so whenever there's a break in football, yeah, there is, and that's it. It's, people love it. The players were set up to fail how they were positioned. It's not even a situation. You're right, GT. They all met the mascots at Tree afterwards. Yeah, and that's the thing. So they all met up with the mascots afterwards, and I think it was just a bit of a non-story, if you ask me. So yeah. So yeah, we're going to look at the head losses in a minute as well. So what we're saying here, Jamie Carragher spits at a child still in job commentating football in Sky and TNT, yet people want to cry over it. Yeah, that's the thing, especially with Jamie Carragher. It pretty much was a sackable offence, right? It was a sackable offence, but he still kept his job somehow. But look, things happen and time's a healer on these things. But I think at the end of the day, footballers are always going to be targeted because they don't do enough because of how much they're on, etc. So what can you do? What can you do there? So before anything, I didn't know whether anyone saw this article about don't know how much to take into this. What are you guys' thoughts on this? Garnacho potentially leaving at the end of the season. It's something I've predicted pretty early on. I think we did it as a bit of a chance signing to see if we can get something out of him. And it's clearly not worked. As per usual, we were all correct about this. But what are you guys' thoughts on this? Garnacho going to obviously potentially a different club, maybe Arsenal? Oh, yeah, don't worry, GT. We'll wait for the head loss until Matt arrives. I'd like to get his opinions on that as well. But what were you guys' thoughts on this with Garnacho? So GT think it's a BS story. I mean, look, I believe he is going to go. I believe that he is going to go. I think Garnacho has just been piss poor for us. I don't think he's been amazing at all for us. I think below average stats. He looks clunky on the ball. He doesn't really look like he's committed to the club. I just got excited as soon as I hear that Garnacho is going to leave the club. So I thought it was just quite exciting to see that. And then obviously, well, I would like to think if that was the case, then we might bring in another winger, hopefully. But has there been any news at all, guys? Transfer news or anything? It's been very quiet. It's been very, very quiet. I don't think there's really been anything. Obviously, I'm hearing like things. Is there anything on, loosely about Delap going to Newcastle, say Newcastle, Brighton, Sunderland, and Everton? Got a few players getting their 100 contribution club, which is great. Coming Jay, yeah, I saw that him being potentially for Tottenham or Chelsea. Now I expect the news to start coming in about 6 weeks' time. There's a lot of games, yeah. And this is something I want to talk about now, guys. Actually, it's a really good segue. Our next fixtures, we have a horrendous run coming up, a really tough run. And I'm really not confident about this run at all. Really not confident about this run. I feel like I haven't seen Chelsea play in ages after a couple of days. Yeah, this is the problem, right? I get so stressed watching our club, but you bloody miss it when they're not on. So, Ange, I don't know if you've got access, but I use a VPN and I use Setanta Sports, and it's fantastic. It's really good. Full HD quality. There's no lag. There's no pop-ups. It works like a normal app, like if you had TNT or Sky Sports, things like that. And essentially, it just works like a normal app, and it works for all 3 o'clock games. And I think it's only £30 a year, something like that. It's incredible, but it's brilliant. It's so good. Jem uses it. I know that the Football Terrace use it as well. Terry Flewers uses it. So it's a great app. It's a great app to use. Have you noticed the break? Man United have been given, they played last Wednesday and they don't play till Monday night. They basically had 2 full weeks off. Yeah, I mean, look, GT, I find sometimes with that sort of thing, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Because I almost feel like it's better for players to play more. My only worry is that it seems like all our players have had a nice little jolly away in Dubai. And I hope they've kind of kept their focus a bit, because I get that they want to have a good time, relax, and they've had a solid 18 months or whatever it is. But yeah, so we've got to see. So Reiner does. Well, that's perfect then. It's called Setanta Sports. Do you remember Setanta Sports used to be a channel here in the UK years ago? I'm talking, wow, like 20 years ago, something like that. And then it went out of business in the UK, and then they started up kind of like a buying sport, something like that in Germany, but full English. It's great quality, and yeah, it's really, really worth it. Players have been having a well-deserved rest. Only rest they're gonna, yeah. And to be fair, to counter what you were just saying there, Cal, what I was saying, maybe that's true, and they probably do need a break, a good deserved break actually, because it's been solid, and it might just mean the likes of Cole Palmer and stuff. I just, excuse me, they might just get that nice deserved well break. I mean, look, seem like him, Joao, and Cucurella having a fantastic time out there. So, all for it. And I hope Joao has a good rest. That means then he can start getting back into it as well. I rate that, to be fair. Our players didn't get a proper summer off, so fair play for them letting them go and have a few days and enjoy. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. So, what do we think about this fixture list, guys? I want to know from you guys a prediction. If you can give your prediction in terms of points. So we're going to go from, let's say, until... Okay, I'll give it here. So we got, how many games? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We've got 12 games left of the Premier League season. If you guys can have a look at the last fixtures, give me your points tally for how many points you think we're going to get in 12 games. Out of a possible 36 points, how many points do you think we'll get from our remaining fixtures? And we can go for it together as well if you want. Of course I can, Ange. Of course I can. Yeah, I think Palmer certainly had. Wow, it's 27 points. Okay, so that means 9 points dropped. 9 points dropped. Okay. Dream saying 24 out of 36. I'll be happy with a win out of Arsenal and Villa away and 2 wins out of City and Newcastle, Man United home. Yeah. It's a really tough run though, guys, isn't it? It's a really tough run. And it's something that I'm worried about. I really am. I mean, I'll go through what I think now. I think we'll win against Burnley on Saturday. I think we potentially might get a draw against Arsenal. I think, so what we are, 4 points. I think we'll lose against Villa. I think we'll win against Newcastle. So I'm on 7 points. I think we'll win against Everton. So that's 10. I think we'll lose against City. I think we'll draw against Man U. So I'm on 11. Brighton. That's not a good one. Oh, Cal, what did you say, my friend? Where are you? Cal. Which one, mate? Which one, Cal? Well, the players deserving a good rest. That one. Corner, you're going for 22. Yeah, you're a bit more similar to me. That's what I'm thinking. Oh, I did read. I thought I did. Thanks, GT. Yeah, I know. It's difficult. It's really difficult. I think it'll be in and around like the 24. I think we are going to lose. I'll do it more on the teams we'll lose to, and that will just determine. So I think we'll lose to Villa. I think we'll lose to City. I think we might, depending on where we are. Sunderland's difficult, so I reckon we might lose 9. So 9, I'm saying maybe 24 points then, 24 to 27 points, depending. So it's tough. It's a really tough run. And what we've not done is we needed to have won a couple more of these games. And I think certainly that Leeds game, both Leeds games really have really crippled us. We should have won at home and not dropped points. And it was silly as well how we dropped points in those games. And I think if we now then kind of look at the table, you can really see how, if we just had 2 more points, we'd just been on 46. We would have been a bit more secure. We're only just 2 points off of Liverpool now. But I mean, if you look at us, we're us and Man U. I mean, everyone's talking about Man U's run at the moment, but we're the most informed teams at the moment, if you think about it. Okay, right. I think without further ado, I'm going to bring Matt up onto stage. So let me get you. Hang on, Matt. I'm just going to message Matt. I don't know if I follow Matt actually. Let's follow Matt first. Just got to follow Matt, and then I'll bring him up on stage, and then that'll be a nice segue into us talking about Arsenal. So let me just get him up. Matt, if you're here, mate, just send me a message on Twitter. I don't know what your Twitter handle is, so I can't send you an invite unless I can do it on. Send me a message on Twitter, and I'll send you the StreamYard invite. Don't know if I can see you, but having a look at that, where do you think from those current, points and standings, where do you think we're going to be? Just whilst I send a message to Matt. Oh, okay, you do. Right. Right. I've just sent it over to you, Matt, if you're in here. Where do you think we're going to say? Yeah, thanks, Dream. I've got it, my friend. Okay. Mike, stay. It'll be good. He was blaming the wind. Did Matt really blame the wind? Did Matt really blame the wind? There's no chance. Before we, I'll wait for Matt to come up on stage, and then we can go. So we finished the 69 points last season. So 24 points from now, 1 point less than last season. Yeah. So I have sent it over to him, but we'll see. So whilst we're getting that ready, I might as well get a few bits ready of my own. What was I going to get up? It's a really good predictor app. Oh, nice. Okay. Someone sent that through to me, and that was Cal. Cal, thanks. I'll have a look into that. I'm just waiting for Matt to join. And whilst that's happening, I'll have a look at this app, which Cal has sent through to me. So it predicts the standings. Saying that we're okay. I'll have a look into that, Cal. I'll have a look into this. So I've just been sent this from Cal. So I'm going to have a look. Oh, yeah, don't worry. I'll be questioning that. That is something I cannot allow to happen. If you're getting blamed on the wind, if you're blaming wind for this, it's not good. But we need to get some other bits up as well. I want to get. Hopefully, he can. I'll just let him know. I've just messaged him on. Sent on Twitter. Let's have a look. I want to start looking. We've got to watch this whilst he's here, but I think AFTV is starting to rumble again, and it's beautiful to see, and it's absolutely beautiful to see. I'm going to share this and get this ready in full screen and make the volume go up. And when Matt's ready, we'll all watch this together. So, oh yeah, he's going to cry in a minute. I saw that, GT. Yeah, they're going to. Well, they might be second again. We don't know. We just don't know. But look, they got. It's just annoying they've got Tottenham next, to be fair, because I think if they had any other team, I'd be a bit more excited for their kind of downfall. But look, Man City have to do it though. They got to win against Newcastle, and that's something isn't an easy thing to do. It's not an easy thing to do. But I've sent that over to Matt anyway, so we'll wait for him. But another thing I wanted to do is, and this is something I wanted to do for the second half of this of the hour before we finish for the day is, what do you believe is our best possible lineup best possible lineup under Clear Lake? I've had a couple of people sending me their teams already, but if you wanted to, please send your teams over to me, and I want to run through what you believe is your best team under Clear Lake, because really it's quite sickening if you actually look at it. I'm going to show you mine. This was my team if it was under Clear Lake. So I had Sanchez in goal. It was either that or Manyan, but Sanchez is doing pretty well at the moment. Okay, my centre-back hasn't been put on there, but that would have changed. So it's not Achimpong in centre-back. I probably would have put Kunde there, actually. So let me put Kunde in there. But before any of that, we are going to stop because yours truly, Matt, is here.
Hello.
Matt, how are you doing today, my friend? You doing okay?
No, not really, because I went into work and every hangar I went in, there is always someone there going to remind me of the result last night, and I feel that disgraced and that embarrassed. I'm not even wearing anything Arsenal tonight because honestly, Fred Perry for the win. Honestly, like genuinely, I'm so livid. But if you don't laugh, you cry. So I'd rather laugh. And that was just shameful last night. That was actually shameful. Like when we scored that first goal, I was like, okay. Couple more before halftime, take Saka off, rest him for the North London derby. We got to halftime and it was 1-0, and I was like, I mean, we're winning, so I'll take it. We start the second half all right. We get the second goal, and it was a great goal, by the way. Hincapié, great finish. I'm very happy for him because he's come under a lot of criticism over the past couple of months for no apparent reason. It's just people prefer the sexy Calafiori. And yeah, so I was happy he scored. And as soon as he scored, we just were very, very passive. And it's nothing new under Mikel Arteta this season. But every single time we get that second goal, we always are so passive. And we're asking the opposition team to score. And they do score, and credit to whoever that player was, because that was a cracker of a goal. Raya's got no chance, top corner. Very, very good goal. And I was like, as soon as that goal went in, I knew we wasn't going to win that game. I knew we wasn't going to win that game because you could feel the momentum shift so quickly.
2-0 is a really dangerous scoreline.
I hate it, bro. I hate it. I'd rather have 1-0.
Yeah, it's a horrible score because when it's 2-0, and Chelsea are, we're known for this as well, where we're lucky to even get 2 goals at this point, but when we do go 2-0 up, it worries me because once that second goal goes in, they're hungry for it, and I think you've been lucky to get through these games quite a few times now, and Chelsea had that as well, where we were lucky to get a few wins or whatever, and we're like, okay, right. Doesn't matter. We got the 3 points. Let's just move on. But it was unfortunately coming. But you got Dreamers here saying again.
Well, I've literally switched to private chat. I'm not even looking at the chat because I know what it's going to be filled of. But look, there are simply no excuses from last night. Like, we can't use the injury excuse because we had Eze, we had Saka in the 10. Even though we were missing Kai and Odegaard, we still had 2, attacking midfielders. Even if Saka's a winger, he still played in the 10. He still played very, very good. And it's like last night was. Look, I'm probably not the only Arsenal fan that feels like this, but I lost a lot of confidence in the team and in my manager last night to the point where even if he wins a Premier League, I don't want Arteta in charge next season because, yes, great, you won the Premier League. Let's just say he wins the Premier League. Fair enough. win the Premier League. That's incredible. But do I see you retaining that next season? No, I don't. With the way you play football, you ain't retaining that title next season, because this season is where Man City have been awful, Liverpool have been awful, Chelsea have been there and thereabouts. Man United, credit to
It's
them,
just been a
they're
really
all right.
inconsistent league, and this is, and I
Yeah,
think for you guys, it's, you know, barring Liverpool at the start, everyone's like, oh, look, they've spent $500 million and they're gonna walk it. But once you saw them not, it was pretty much Arsenal's
Yeah.
to lose, and you started going so far ahead that we were like, oh, it's inevitable, it's going to start happening. And I think that it's kind of played in your mind to kind of know you've got to keep churning out these wins and get
Yeah.
them through.
This is why I wasn't getting confident in like
Yeah.
October, December time, because I know what my club is capable of. I know what this manager and his team is like.
It's crazy how this was the result, which was the big turning point of like a real tonal shift. Because my sister's fiance is an Arsenal fan, and he very much was the same. And he's now really worried now. But you got to remember, you are still 2 points ahead. And I was saying to the guys, look, you're going to react, and you probably got the best team to react to, and that's Tottenham at the moment.
Yeah.
You've got whoever their manager is. He don't look like he's going to be very good.
Can I just quickly say something on the Tottenham game? Yeah. I'm really nervous. I'm really nervous because we've given Tottenham a reason to be fired up. If we had beat Wolves, they'd be like, okay, we've got a manager bounce, but we're playing league leaders Arsenal, who are 7 points clear. And we've had that mentality over Tottenham for years, for like 4-5 years. Like, we've beaten them more at their new place than they've beaten us at the Emirates. And the Emirates was built in 2006. And we've got more wins at their new stadium that was built in 2018. And it's having that mental edge over them for so many years has helped us. And the fact that we've been so consistently good defensively against them as well. And I just feel like we've now given them something for them to play for. Because yes, before the Wolves game, there was, you know, we can stop Arsenal winning the league. But then when you think about it, no, not really. We can't, because it's still quite, it's not early in the season, but, you know, there's still 10, 11 games to go in that. No, in that nothing is really done and sorted.
That's having to walk off. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised having to walk off, because I'm telling you, if I was in Matt's shoes now and having this for years, I'd be being a nervous wreck. That's all right, mate. It's fine.
Where was I? Yeah, and having that many wins over Tottenham has obviously helped our mentality against them. But with the fact that we've now drawn to Wolves, they've now got a new manager bounce. They've now got something to fight for.
Spurs are the London derby, Bonnie Blue. That is
the thing is, right? The thing is, it's true, but I actually backed Tottenham to get something against us this weekend.
Really?
Because what was so concerning last night wasn't the result. It wasn't the result at all, and it's not why people are flipping out. It's for the last 30 minutes of that game, players like Timber, players like Zubamendi, who have been absolutely flawless this season for us, they couldn't string a pass. Every pass, every touch they were making was just going out of play. Like, Timber had the ball, he was going back towards goal, he nearly got dispossessed when there was an easy pass open. It's just that arrogance. And then he had the ball going forward. He tried to play it to, I think it was Martinelli on the right, because Saka had come off and Eze had come on. And literally it went straight out of play. And it's just something that you don't see regularly with those type of players this season. And that was when I was like, okay, I'm very concerned now, because yes, those players have played significant minutes, but those things were so concerning, because we were still leading. And they were doing that.
Well, this is where it goes on to what GT was saying here. I mean, you're saying let's have it right. Made you look like a relegation team in the last
Literally,
30
but I
minutes.
thought I was the relegation team.
Yeah.
Listen, no, hold on. I need to look at the league table because I'm about to flip in a minute. Right. We just played like two. Right. So we've played Wolves twice this season. Right. Now, when we played Wolves at home, they had 4 points. 4 points, and that was in December. I'm pretty sure that was in December. Right. They had 4 points. They came to the Emirates and we couldn't do shit against us. And Thierry Henry said this absolutely bang on CBS for whatever reason. He was talking about Arsenal on a Champions League night, but his love for us is just unconditional, I guess. But what he said was absolutely bang on. He said, I was not expecting Arsenal to batter Wolves because of how Wolves played at the Emirates.
Yes, I saw that because they're about saying they
that
got
was
two own
absolutely
goals,
ridiculous for people to say, "Oh, we're going to wallop Wolves." No, we're
Mm.
not. It's gonna. I was expecting a win, but I wasn't expecting us to batter them because, like, this is Wolves who came to the Emirates and we basically scraped 2 own goals against them, and yeah, just.
But the thing is, you have been riding your luck in those. You have been quite laboured in a lot of games, and you even did it against us when you were at home to us, and we really should have won that, but we just couldn't shoot and get our shooting boots on properly. So it has been coming, but I mean, obviously, do you think Arteta should go if he does win the Prem? I mean, or the UCL? I mean,
well, so the thing is as I said about 10 minutes ago, that even if he won the Premier League, I wouldn't keep him because am I sure he's going to be able to retain that title? No, because Man City, Chelsea, Liverpool, Man United will all get better. Tottenham, irrelevant because they might even get relegated. But
be mental.
The point is that the way Arteta plays football, or the way we're playing football, and it infuriates me so much because after that Man United 3-2 loss, he came out in the press conference and said something ballsy. And I said at the time, if he doesn't stick by that, he will die on that sword because of what he said. And that was, he said, over the next coming months, we're going to play like the team that are top of the league. We're going to play like we want to win that title, which by definition, he meant we are going to play attacking, exciting football, and we're going to score a lot of goals. Have I seen that in the Premier League? Maybe 1 or 2 games, which was the Leeds game and the Sunderland game. Other than that, I've not seen that. Yeah, and that has pissed me off so much what he said, and he hasn't stuck by it.
Yeah, and I mean, you did look, especially against Sunderland, because they were flying at the time, and you kind of really did teach him a lesson. And I thought, oh, okay, that's quite a statement win. And I thought the Leeds one was as well, and you won. Was it 4-0?
The Leeds was a massive statement win because Leeds at home
point as well, and Leeds were doing really well. And I was thinking, oh, okay, they've kind of shut people up. And I'll go to what GT is going to say in a second, but where I was like, all cracks are starting to appear was when you saw like Gabriel Jesus reaction at the end, and it's just all of a sudden getting really like uptight, as if they're like, cracks were starting to appear, and it's just.
I wouldn't pay any attention to what Gabriel Jesus did because what he did was embarrassing. But
what was that over?
I don't know because I turned the TV off as soon as full-time whistle went and went to bed.
I've got no clue. I wouldn't blame you.
But if someone like Rice or Gabriel or Saka did that, I'd be concerned because those 3 players I look up to as the 3 players I think that have the mentality to win us the league. Players like Jesus, players like, I don't want to include Saliba in this because he's got a good mentality, but I'm talking about the elite mentality players that we've got, which are Rice, Gabriel, and Saka. Those 3 players, I think, have elite mentality in this team, or the only ones that have that, and could take us over the line. But, football isn't played on 3 players. It's played on a team. It's played on a squad. And this is where I look back on recruitment. You look at Gyökeres, failure, because the way we play
he shouldn't have gone to Arsenal.
He shouldn't.
You should have got
There should
Sesko.
be two strikers at different clubs at the moment. Sesko should be at Arsenal.
Yeah, I've
Gyökeres
always
should be
said
at Man
that.
United because Gyökeres is a counter-attacking striker, and Manchester United historically are a counter-attacking team, or play that way, or play the Fergie way. That's essentially that way. And Sesko drops back, and it's just how we play, or how Arteta plays. And when we did that, I was like, I just can't see this working. But I'll back it because, I back any player that comes to Arsenal, but I can't see it working.
It's a shame, though, because I think the credentials of Gyökeres, I mean, regardless, I think if Chelsea were linked with him at the time, I think all of us would be very excited. So
yeah,
I think all of
he is
us.
an elite striker, and I will really defend him on people that don't call him an elite striker. Because, bro, Mike, shut up, mate. All right, shut up, mate. Come on the panel and chat to me. Come on the panel and do it. I beg you. Anyway, with Victor Gyökeres, right? Yes, he played in a poor league to get those goals, but he's a certain striker that if you play to his strengths, he's gonna score goals. It's what Man City did with Haaland, and Haaland over time. I mean, he's been in the Premier League now for what, 3 years? In that 3 years, he has adapted to the Premier League. Now, I'm not saying Gyökeres will adapt to the Premier League, but if you play to his strengths, he's going to score you goals because he is like an elite, lethal striker. But he can only be that to the way he plays. He can't adapt, essentially.
So I'm going to ask you now, Matt,
okay.
on Thursday, the 19th of February, do Arsenal win the league or do they bottle it?
Look, I've lost my head at work today. But when it comes down to it, Man City have to be flawless. And do I think they're going to be flawless? Probably not, which probably says Arsenal are still going to win the league. But it will be a very... it's not going to be pretty. But
that's true, Wally.
I have lost a lot of confidence in this team, in that the only way that this team regalvanizes the confidence in the Arsenal fan base is if they absolutely demolish Tottenham. And I'm not talking 1-0, 2-0, 3-0. I'm talking batter them. That's the only way that the confidence will come back. Because I don't think a win does much. I mean, it probably does more for the fan base rather than the players. I think the players right now are absolutely pissed with themselves. I think players like Rice and Gabriel are going to be absolutely livid, and I kind of want them to be livid. And I think Gabriel was at fault for that goal as well as Raya.
It was just weird because it's just this whole season you've been known for being really composed. Like your back line has been flawless. And it's just recently they've just started to creep in. Like that's very un-Gabriel to have done that. No communication with him and Raya. It's just crazy to see this kind of happening. But do you believe, when is this Man City Arsenal game?
It's the 18th of April.
You already know it.
Well, because it's literally near my sister's birthday. That's the only reason why I know it.
Yeah. Oh well, so I mean,
I think we're going to lose to Man City.
It is the decider, and it's something I think is at the Etihad as well.
Yeah, I don't think that will be the decider. I think I don't think that is the decider because it's too far away to really predict. In that City could lose the next 3 games and we could win the next 3, and everyone would basically say we've won it. So
it seems to be the season with the league. It seems that at any time Man City get close, then it resets because they then drop points. And then you get your 5 to 7 points ahead. So they've just got to. Well, I'm saying they, we, me and Chelsea and Man City. We're all Man City fans, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But they just need to be consistent, which I just believe this whole season it hasn't. Which makes
with Man City, I do expect them to beat Newcastle at the weekend. And yes, Newcastle battered Carabao, but the sheer difference is Newcastle can batter a team like that without Bruno Guimaraes. I don't think that they can go. Well, I think they're at home anyway, but I don't think they can host Man City and beat them without Bruno Guimaraes, because I think he's their best player and he's their most important player.
Yeah, I agree. Well, look, we're nearly at an hour, but just before everyone goes, because it's just something where it just fills it in, I always like to ask everyone this. I'm going to run through what the possible best Premier League 11 is. I'm going to get Matt to help. Not this season, which would be interesting, actually, because it'll be a lot of Arsenal, annoyingly.
All my players can get out. But yeah, go on.
But I want to do, and because we were going to do something else, but people haven't submitted, so we're going to do this one instead. I want to do a best ever Premier League 11, and that could be from the whole Premier League era. And I want to get what everyone else thinks in the chat as well, and I'll get yours as well, Matt. So we can do either a player each, or you give me what you believe it will be.
We can do a combined 11 if you want.
Yeah, let's do combined. Let's do combined 11, and we'll get everyone in the chat as well to put their ones in as well. I might need. There we go. Do we do a traditional 4-4-2? We do. Well, I've done a 4-2-3.
It's got to be a 4-4-2. That's prime Barclays.
Prime Barclays 4-4-2. We'll do that. I mean, we can go. Let's go keeper first. I mean, there's so many there. Off the top of your head, is there anyone you think would be a good standout for? I mean,
obviously, I'm only 24, right?
Oh, so wow. Yeah, okay.
The goalkeepers that I've seen that I would class as one of the best goalkeepers of all time in the Premier League era would be De Gea, Cech, and who was the other one?
It was Van der
Who's
Sar.
the other keeper?
Edwin Van der Sar.
I think he was before my time. So.
Oh wow! Okay, yeah. Oh wow!
De Gea probably would be my choice of what I've watched.
Wow. Okay, what do you think in the chat? So Wally's going Cech, Van der Sar, Schmeichel.
I would go Cech, actually. I would go Cech.
Cech. Do you know what?
He was incredible for Arsenal.
He was incredible. I think Van der Sar was very close as well. But let's go with Petr Cech in goal. And now it's the real difficult one. And I mean, for me, I know what I would do. Who would your centre backs be? I mean, there's
I'm about to shock a lot of people here.
Many.
Because there's probably one that maybe some people think are guaranteed. Oh, wait, hold on. This is the Chelsea stream. Okay, that's fucking irrelevant because I was going to miss out Van Dijk, but it probably won't be a surprise. I would go John Terry.
Yeah.
And I would go Sol Campbell.
Sol Campbell over Rio. I did a Sol Campbell. I mean, you're probably going to be a bit too old for this. Do you remember there was a big famous thing with Sol Campbell where he did a slide where he slid across. He went sliding for ages. And I remember I did that in a 50-50 shoulder to shoulder. I just went flying off the ball and I literally did a Sol Campbell. So what's GT? What are you doing, GT? And Aaron Slamino? Terry Vidic. Yeah, so I'm more Waldo. I'm saying Terry, either Terry Vidic or Terry and Terry Rio. But because Matt's here as well, we might have to just put it this way. And what's your reason for Sol Campbell, if you don't mind me asking?
He was obviously part of the Invincibles.
Okay.
That's all I've got. That's all I've got.
Wow. Chat, is that enough for him to be in the all-time because he was a part of the Invincibles, which is still a good feat. But
I think I will be able to justify my choices up the field.
Oh, for sure. I know
one
of mine's going to be the same as yours, or even, I mean, it's really tough because one of my favorite players, but I don't know if
one has recently left the Premier League as well. I will say that.
Okay. Interesting. Wally's saying give it to him. Invincibles to Invisibles. Okay, everyone's being supportive of you, Matt. We'll put Sol Campbell in. I think that was a fair. I think fair shouts would have been okay. So we're obviously not because some of the players might not be on there anymore. It might not work. Left back. I mean, left back for me, I think is quite easy. It's Ashley Cole.
Yeah.
And then right back is the next one for me. It's difficult. I might have done the wrong app for this, to be honest.
I'm trying to think of. Oh wait, there is literally one that I can only put forward. Unfortunately, he played for the Scum, but it's got to be Carl Walker, in my opinion. I've got to be Carl Walker.
Yeah.
He's been the best right back I've seen in the Premier League.
GT, go for Zinchenko.
No.
Left back.
He's a midfielder. He's not a left back. I refuse to believe he's a left back.
So, Cal, you're saying Walker or Neville, but for me, it's Walker. I mean, look,
yeah.
I'd love to say Reece James, but he just hasn't played enough.
I'm not putting him
that.
Fucking Gary Neville. He can fuck off.
Cole,
Sorry, but I don't like him.
I'd love to put Reece James, but it's just over GT Timber.
Do you know what? Actually, Timber, if he wins the Premier League this season, yes, boys. Because what has Reece James got in the Premier League?
Oh, jeez. He's got a big European trophy.
He has got a Champions League, but where's the Prem? Oh, that debate will be hilarious if we win. I can't wait for that debate.
I don't know why it's not. It's put like I thought they would put them as if they were their players.
Yeah.
So then now let's go for right hand
side. Why the fuck is Sol Campbell just not it?
Yeah, appearing? I think I've gone on the wrong app. I think it's
fine.
Doing current players. It's not that. Yeah,
disrespect. Honestly, they've got Czech Terry and Cole.
Yeah, but they've got John Terry is older and Ashley Cole as well. So on the right hand side, who is the best ever on the right hand side for you? This is tough.
I think I'm going to be the only one that will say this name, but for me, Riyad Mahrez.
He was. I really like Mahrez.
I fucking love that player, man. I'm so pissed he went to City.
GT Pedro Neto. Ronaldo.
I'm sorry, we're not.
A lot of people saying Ronaldo.
Oh, Salah. Shit.
Salah. The difficulty is right with me is, don't get me wrong, Cristiano Ronaldo was fantastic in that.
Ronaldo can't be in here. I'm sorry.
I think Salah has been outstanding for.
I agree.
In my opinion, and I think if you're a United fan, I think you would put Cristiano Ronaldo, but I felt he only did it for a short stint. I'd be putting Salah.
When people say Ronaldo, it's because he got a Ballon d'Or at Man United, but he was incredible, but for one season at Manchester United. He was incredible for Real Madrid for about 10 years, but in terms of Man United in the Premier League, he was good for one season, like incredible good.
Yeah, Mahrez though, I think that's a great shout. Jem always said he played like Mahrez. That's what he said when he was. Jem played high level. Jem was he was like he played high level local, and then he had trials. I think.
Was he professional?
QPR, I think. So Jem was high level, and then he got a cliche, but I think it's true. I think he got a really bad injury. And in trials, but he was apparently a very, very good footballer. But he always said he played like Mahrez. But Mahrez was just he was
fair enough. I retract what I said.
Considering how slight he was as well, but he was just unbelievable. So onto the midfield now. This is massive, by the way, this position, because you could have Vieira, you could have Keane, Kante.
I'm having
Lampard.
Kevin De Bruyne, and I don't want to say him. He's won a Ballon d'Or, but he's the only midfielder in Premier League history to win a Ballon d'Or. Am I right?
Who's saying that again?
Rodri. He's the only midfielder in Premier League history.
You're a bit young. You're quite young then, Matt. If you're going for Rodri,
but I'm going on players that I've watched, apart from Sol Campbell, of course.
Fair. I mean, I'm obviously 10 years older than you. Well,
yeah. Oh, Kante. Rodri, goodbye. Kante, in you go, please.
Kante.
Yeah, I completely forgot about it.
It's difficult because maybe the formation, because I would love to have Lampard in the team, or Gerrard as well. It's a good shout.
I think
Vieira.
when you compare Lampard with Kevin De Bruyne, I just think it's night and day. When you've got Kante next to him, I just think that like you can't pick Lampard over Kevin De Bruyne when you've got a Kante.
It's difficult because Lampard's my favourite player of all time.
Is he? Ooh.
Yeah. Because when I was a kid, I used to look identical to him, and everyone used to say I was little Lampard.
Oh, that's class.
Like, yeah, I used to look identical to him. Yeah, so we'll put Kante in. It's difficult, chat. What are we saying about the next position? Because obviously I would love to put Lampard, but we can't just put a load of Chelsea players in.
Kante gets my vote because he is, I think he will forever be the most humble footballer in history.
Dreamer, I'm telling the truth. I swear on everyone's life in the chat and my family and everything. I will get a picture when I'll put it in the Discord, and I will show you. I looked identical to him when I was younger. See, everyone's saying Lampard. Well, everyone.
Well, if Lampard has to go in, then you gotta take out Kante, but I don't think you can do that.
Problem is, I want what GT said. I would put Hazard left wing. Because I know my front two. I know my front two immediately.
I know my front two as well.
The difficulty is, you've got Bergkamp as well, and number 10 or a striker. I mean, Paul Scholes as well. Like, it's just there's so many strikers. So, it's hard. What do we reckon? What do we reckon, chat? We've got to probably put one more Chelsea player and then mix it up a bit. Lampard or Hazard? That's what I would want to know. Is there any honourable mentions for Arsenal players? Because it's so difficult for you being only 24. Lundberg. Oh, Lundberg. Living hair. I remember him. Blue hair, scoring against Chelsea. Yeah, see, that's my top front two is Rooney, Henry. That would be my top two. We'll get those other positions. Who would your top two, front two be then?
I've had a lot of thought over this. Obviously, I think everyone picks Henry.
Yeah.
I think everyone picks Henry. But I get he hasn't won anything. But this is coming from an Arsenal fan. I mean, the amount of goals that he has scored in the Premier League in a fairly short time, in that he was only in the Premier League for about 9 or 10 years. I just, there's something about him that, look, in my eyes, he came through with the Arsenal Academy. I think it's got to be Harry Kane for me personally. I know he hasn't won anything for Tottenham, but the goals that he scored, I mean, he could take free kicks, penalties, long shots. He can literally take any type of shot and he'll score them. Headers, volleys, overhead kicks, half volleys.
That's controversial because look, he's an outstanding striker. But I mean, what Waldo's right, and this is where you're a bit too young for this. But Alan Shearer was
yeah.
Alan Shearer was unbelievable. But Rooney for me, I mean, you might have been too young. Wayne Rooney was just.
I think I saw the later peak of him.
He was out
in 2010 to 2014.
Yeah. I mean, that kind of 2006, 2005 to 2008 period in United, he was just unbelievable. And I remember Mourinho wanted him as well. He put in a bid and he got rejected. But if I can, I would put Rooney. I think GT, you're right. He was unbelievable. But Harry Kane is a massive honourable option there because he was very good. But I would put maybe Rooney.
Okay, yeah, fair.
I mean, obviously not at that age. But we've just got one midfielder and on the left wing. I mean, in my opinion, just because.
Hold up. Come on. Hold up. You haven't even given me a chance to explain my option.
I think.
Me. Right, okay. For me, look, this player, I think, is possibly the most underrated footballer in Premier League history. And the amount of appearances he has, the high level he played at such an older age, the goals that he scored, I mean, the amount of assists that he racked up in the Premier League, I get that he was in the Premier League for a very, very long time, but it's longevity, and he's probably going to be one of the best ever at it. And it's got to be Ryan Giggs for me, because you could play him in midfield, you can play him on the left. Like, yes, I know, what's the word? Aesthetically, he isn't that player, but I think that he is widely underrated, in my opinion.
It is a good argument, because I mean, Waldo, I don't know how old you are, mate. It seems like
13 Premier League titles.
Ryan Giggs was a very, very. I mean, you were probably still a bit young, but
yeah,
United, especially in the early noughties and like going up to 2011, were unbelievable.
Yeah,
they were such a formidable team, and they ruined my childhood. Really. And then Chelsea became, had Roman Abramovich come along. But for the entertainment,
it's just personally, right, is that the age that he was able to play at and consistently play at that high level in a very, very physical league back then, I just think can't be, understated. Personally.
I agree. And then this is my last thing on the counter argument now, and this is because it's a Chelsea channel, we'll keep Hazard in.
All right, first.
Eden Hazard for Chelsea for, I would say, 3 to 4 years was the player of the season in the Premier League. What he did for Chelsea was so transformative. Like, you don't get footballers like that anymore. And I just think, yes, he could have got a few more goals to his name, but the goals he did score and the dribbling he did, very similar to Salah. I think having those two wingers on those sides is very, very scary.
You know what I would say on Eden Hazard is that for pure talent, he's number one undeniably. But if I'm talking overall, I think I'm having Ryan Giggs just because of how long he was able to play in the Premier League.
Yeah. I mean, David Beckham.
I think David Beckham, look, he's English, but I don't want this to sound wrong, but I think he was a bit overrated personally, because I think
he had the whole PR part.
He was rated because of his PR, because he was going out with one of the Spice Girls. That's the only reason why I think he was so highly regarded in Premier League history, was because he was going out with one of the Spice Girls, and obviously history's history. So
GT, I wonder what he's alluding to here. And I wonder if he's alluding to the fact that he would say you would have Roman Abramovich as your owner. If you could have any owner in football for the Premier League era, which owner are you picking? If you have any knowledge of that at all.
Look, yeah, no, I do. Look, for me personally, there's only one winner. There is only one owner you can choose from. And look, no, I can't say it. I was going to pick the City owner just because of the amount of shit that they've won, but they fucking cheated to get that. If I'm honest, I don't actually know. Do you know what? I think, but then they haven't won many Premier Leagues. They've won loads of league titles and they've got the highest, but Premier League era, if we're talking, I think you'd have to go with Roman Abramovich. But if we're talking in terms of first league history, I think I would go. Do you know what? I don't even know. That's such a difficult question.
It's a very difficult question, because
you got to think of everything, really.
Yeah, I mean, football's changed now completely from a commercial standpoint, and where I think Abramovich was obviously the first to really do it with cash injection and kind of did whatever to make the club win. I don't think he's ever really seen in any other ownership. Whereas it was getting to the tail end where the other teams were picking up wealth to then be able to compete. Yeah. And then all of a sudden the commercial assets then came into place. And that's where then City's owners have done very well. Granted, I mean, look, obviously the same as Chelsea have maybe fiddled around with things, but obviously Man City have just done it to such a grand scale. I mean, when's that deadline going to happen? That's the next thing as well.
Yeah.
But
you can literally make a case for a lot of the owners, and I say Tottenham owner Daniel Levy, right? If he actually invested on the field, I think I would pick him because I think he would win loads of silverware because of how much he's made Tottenham, like revenue wise. It's absolutely incredible what he's done for Tottenham from a business point of view. I think it's one of the best trajectories I think we'll ever see in terms of a football business, because he took over Tottenham for what, 1 million? I think it was as low as that, and Tottenham are probably worth 5-6 billion just purely based on the business side. And had he invested on the field, I think we'd be talking a very different conversation.
Well, there you go, GT. You got your answer there. He's saying Daniel Levy. Who would have thought?
But then you could probably make an argument for Man City. If they didn't cheat, you'd obviously choose them. But yeah, I guess it depends on what character and personality you are. If you don't give a fuck about cheating, then you're picking City. But if you're talking just overall and in general, yes, they have done a little bit of cheating, but not compared to the Man City. Then you're picking Roman Abramovich, really.
And
GT, don't even GT. I swear, bro, delete that. If someone can delete that, because I swear, I'm hot as it is, man.
It's out there. It's out there now, Matt. It's out there now. This can get clipped up that you want Daniel Levy. But look, I've completed the midfield of Lampard and Kante, and we're going to leave it there. We've got five Chelsea players. Although, sorry, 6 Chelsea players in the best lineup, and I think it's completely valid.
Do you know what I think is absolutely ridiculous? Is you have 2 Man United players, and they've won what, like 30? No. How many Prems did he win? They win like 14, 15.
I mean, you can easily put Paul Scholes. I mean, he was
unbelievable. Yeah, true. Yeah, true.
Paul Scholes, like you said.
Hold on a minute. Did you put in Lampard? Oh my god, I didn't even see that. I was like, I can't say fair enough because I picked him.
I mean, I know this is controversial, but I thought Steven Gerrard was outstanding as well. So you could put Gerrard, you could put Scholes. I think because of United winning 13, I mean, that's a horrendous picture of Paul Scholes. But yeah, it's crazy. But look, we're going to end it there, guys, because I think we've done over an hour and 15. And I know it's difficult to fill in time when Chelsea aren't on, but we are. Yeah, I mean, GT Vieira as well. Do you know what? For Matt, we'll put Vieira in there. He was
the only reason why I didn't say Vieira is because I didn't watch him.
Yeah. Oh, Patrick Vieira and I don't think Patrick Vieira and Roy Keane, the Martin Keowns, the Tony. Oh, you were too young then. You probably weren't even alive. But like Tony Adams, Robbie Keane. Oh, it's just so many of like the big like rivals against Man U and Arsenal was unbelievable. But yeah, that's it. That's a team, guys. I think, to be fair, that'd be unreal. I mean, Thierry Henry, I think he's a big honourable mention for me. Was Dennis Bergkamp. He scored my favourite goal of all time against Newcastle.
If we were playing a different formation, as in a false 9 and a striker, I think I probably would have put him forward.
Yeah, for sure. But look, guys, we're going to be on tomorrow for a match preview. Jem will be back. Jem's had to do a few personal errands today, but we'll be back tomorrow for the match preview. Like I said, a reminder, March 1st, when it's Chelsea against Arsenal, we are doing our giveaway. I know Makalele as well, Wally, I know. But on 1st of March, we're doing our giveaway of a retro Chelsea shirt, pre-match or post-match. But the way to get involved is you have to become a member and subscribe to the channel, and then you'll have your chance of winning it. So it's a shirt value of £150. It's a really good retro shirt. And yeah, we'll go from there. But thanks, guys, and we'll be on tomorrow for the match preview at very similar time of 5:30. And I'll see you guys there. See you later.